It's essential that we shine a light on the important work that they do as caregivers and the courage that they have to care, as well as to the struggles and stresses that being a caregiver places on them and their families.
People, let me tell you, I work hard every day.
I grew up seeing life through the eyes of a worker.
Now it ain't easy. I've got a strong will to survive. I've got a deeper love, inside, and I call
Meet LaFonza Butler, the YWCA of Greater Los Angeles' Phenomenal Woman of the Year. She is president of SEIU United Long-Term Care, the largest labor union in the state of California, representing 180,000 in-home caregivers and nursing home workers.
Our members provide care, of course, to seniors and people with disabilities, but increasingly so young people who may have lost their ability to walk in a car accident or community violence, or young people who've been diagnosed with autism. We are a very young union, having really just been established in 1999. Our mission is to improve the lives of the workers that we represent and the communities that they work in.
Butler's leadership demands and influence go beyond the borders of California and America.
I also am the youngest vice president of our international union. We represent 2.2 million workers across the United States, Puerto Rico, and Canada. I have done, a body of work as it related to workers that who were SEIU members that were working for companies that were internationally based. And so the work that we do across the globe, I really have had the privilege to travel the world on behalf of working people.
Be it globally or right here in LA, LaFonza Butler's passion for her job is unmistakable.
Educating our next generation, being able to have a quality job, having the ability to go to a doctor when you're sick and be treated, earning a living wage, those aren't Republican or Democratic issues. Those are issues of human dignity. And that is, I think...
Knowing LaFonza Butler has been one of the highlights of my service to the people of the County of Los Angeles. She has distinguished herself as a serious advocate for working men and women. She is strategic, she is caring, she's committed, and most importantly, she's dependable. And so I have come to respect her immensely.
In my role as a community leader, I think the lesson that stands out the most is still the lesson that my mother taught me when I was a child, that I am my brother's keeper.
She represents workers who take care of the disabled, the aged, the infirmed. And those people that she works with on a day-to-day basis are folks who don't just have a job, they have a passion for taking care of others. And she's there to take care of them while they're taking care of others. And so they're people who often get ignored, and she makes sure that they're not ignored. And so in a very consistent, very understated way, she makes sure that everybody gets paid attention to.
Because of how important family has been in my entire life, I run this organization like these ladies are members of my family. And I give them every bit of respect that is required to be in that role.
Butler credits her mother for being a strong role model.
I was able to see the world through her eyes as a woman who worked 3 jobs to give myself and my 2 older brothers the opportunity to have something more. My father died when I was 16 years old. He had had heart disease from the time I could remember. I got to the labor movement purely because that is where my steps were ordered. I was actually on my way to law school, but I had gotten a flyer 2 years into my college matriculation about the union. And I had no idea about what the union was except for what I had read. But as I was 2 weeks away from graduating, I was cleaning out my apartment. I ran across this flyer. And I called. And 12 years later, I'm still in the labor movement. Again, I just feel like my steps really have been truly ordered to be in a place where I could serve, to be in a place where I could work for women like my mother, where I could provide something more and offer myself as a vessel for something more to people who every day worked hard, played by the rules, did everything America asked them to do, and she still didn't deliver her promise.
She has made it clear to many of us that she's serious, she's about the business, and it's not for personal gain or aggrandizement. It's about the common good. It's about a vision of what Dr. Martin Luther King described as the beloved community. And she makes her contribution to that. And to me, that spells a phenomenal woman.
I'd just like to say that this is long overdue but well deserved, because LaFonso has been a phenomenal woman for a lot of years. It's nice that she's finally getting the recognition.
I am incredibly blessed, have been incredibly blessed to be able to offer myself as a vessel for others.
I've got a deeper love, deeper love inside, and I call it